Hi, I am the Sharonda, and welcome to my Inner Power TV. Woo! Today, I'm talking to my dreamers. Those of you that are going to sleep at night, having these dreams, waking up in the morning, and like, what was that about? You. That's who I'm talking to. Oftentimes people think that dreams are secretive, mysterious, a little scary. Have you ever thought that about your dreams? Yeah, I know I was there at one time, but I am here to tell you today that dreams are the most awesome thing ever. And at the end of this video, by the end of this video, you will know that dreams are not so bad, and it's just your inner self talking to you. All right, so let's get to it. What are dreams? First of all, it is, like I said, your inner self talking to you, and it's in a language that you don't understand, because we're used to English, we're used to French or German or what have you. But if you are an English speaking person and you go to Russia where they speak Russian, and you don't know how to speak Russian, you're going to have a hard time because you don't speak the language. But once you're there and you are involved in the culture and everyday life there, then you learn how to speak the language. You pick up on the Russian, and then you'll be able to communicate with other people, and it'll be a lot more comfortable for you. Well, it is the same way with dreams. Dreams have their own language, and the dream language is in symbols. If you ever notice, when you dream and you recall the dream, you'll say things like, I saw so-and-so do this. I saw that happen. You are not ever going to say, I heard so-and-so say whatever. You're not gonna hear that. You only see something. Now you can perceive that something was said, but really dream language is in symbols, it is images, it's something that you can see. And once you learn what those symbols mean, then you will better understand your dreams. All right, so first of all, I want to tell you that dreams are always about the dreamer. Your dream is about you. It's about you. So it is your inner self talking to you. It's your inner self saying, all right, I've got you all to myself. You're not eating. You're not working. You're not walking. You're not taking care of kids. You're not doing this, that, and the other. You are asleep doing nothing else, and I've got you to myself. So let me show you something. That is what dreams are. Dreams are really your inner self telling you something that you've missed. Okay? It is, your inner self has tried to communicate with you, but you didn't quite get it. So now it's trying to show it to you in a dream. That's it. Now, sometimes the dreams are precognitive. They are about something that is yet to come, a prophecy, if you will. And if that is the case, you will definitely know it, because sometimes it's for you and then sometimes it's for someone else. But at the same time, it's not ever just not for you at all, because it is either how you play a part in that next person's experience, or maybe it is you are supposed to be the messenger, but it still involves you. Every dream that you have involves you, even the precognitive ones, even if it's a prophecy for someone else. And something I want to say about prophecies is that if someone comes to you and tells you that they had a dream, a prophetic dream about you, and they proceed to tell it to you, and you're like, oh my gosh, really? And it's a surprise to you, it's new information for you, they are not telling you the truth. Boom. It is not real. Boom. Why? Because prophecies are never new information for you. It is always going to be a confirmation. Let's use common sense here. God is not going to tell someone else more information about you than he tells you. Now, getting back on track. Dreams. All right, so dreams, what you want to do is, first of all, record your dream. When you wake up in the morning, first thing you want to do is write down the dream. Now, no matter how real it seems, how strong it is, I guarantee you that as you progress through the day, not even through the day, once you get up and brush your teeth and eat breakfast, you won't remember that dream anymore. That's just how it goes. So you want to get up and write the dream down. All dreams are important because all dreams are messages to you. So write it down. The next thing that you want to do is take note of the symbols in the dream, the things that stand out to you. Take note of those. And then look those symbols up in a dream dictionary. So there are buku numbers of dictionaries out there. That's a real number, right? There's lots of dream dictionaries out there. There are apps that you can look up. There's all kinds of ways to find out the meaning of the symbol. Now, the dream dictionary that I like is this one. It is the Dreamer's Dictionary, and it is by Barbara Condren. And I like this one because it is not too intrusive. And what I mean by that is it gives you the symbol, what it is. It gives you the symbol, the meaning of the symbol, and then it gives you a little thought to consider concerning the symbol. And what I like about it is that it is a little open-ended, because what something means to me may vary a little bit as far as what it means to you. Okay, so I like it because it just gives you enough so that you can take it and make it your own. And I think it's so important that you interpret your own dreams, because the dream is a message for you. Now, you can go to people and ask them to interpret the dream for you, but it won't have as much meaning as you interpreting your own dream. So it's really important that if you are a dreamer and you are dreaming a lot and often, that you learn how to interpret your own dreams. Okay, so I'm going to share with you a short dream that I had. So first of all, I write all my dreams down, all right, in this tablet, and I keep it by my bed. So this particular day is a very short one, and I was in a locker room with a group of people, and they were runners. So I know you already know that I like to do 5Ks. So this, I'm not sure if I dreamt about running or runners because I'm a 5K person or not, but we'll see here in just a sec when we pull out the symbols. So I was in a locker room with a lot of runners, and we were posed on like some bleachers, so to speak, and we were singing like on that show Glee, like show choir. So we were singing, and this took place indoors, of course, because it was the locker room, and there were lots of light. Although I knew that it was nighttime, but inside in the locker room there was a lot of light. All right, so in this dream, I have the runners. We're singing, and the light is what was important to me, what I pulled out. So runners, the definition of running is forward motion, and then singing is harmony, and then the light is awareness. So for this short dream right here, for me, it meant that I was going in forward motion in my waking life, all right? So I was moving forward, and it was a good thing, and I was aware that I was moving forward. So let me tell you, at that point in time in my life, what was happening is that I was restructuring this show. I was trying to make it better and make it reach more people, and just really trying to really do better as far as the show and what I do with my blog and my message of finding and trusting your inner power. And so this was a confirmation that yes, I was moving forward in a good way because there was harmony in the dream, the singing, and then I was aware of it. So I was making good forward motion movements. All right. So this was a good confirmation dream for me. So that is pretty much the long and short of dreams and what it kind of means. And I just wanted to go over a few symbols with you. So really kind of bring it home as to the meaning of some things that you may see in your dreams. And once you start to really write down your dreams and study your dreams, you'll see that there are some symbols that you'll see over and over and over again because, again, the dream is always about you. So it's what you are doing or not doing that is what the dream is concerned about. Excuse me. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is people. People in your dreams. If you dream about your mother or your father, that is God. Mother or father is God. It doesn't matter if they are alive or deceased. It doesn't matter whether the person in your dream is alive or deceased. It is something about you. Now, the mother and father is God, but other people is an aspect of you. So, for instance, if you dream about your coworker, it's not a dream about your coworker. You want to look at that coworker in your waking life. What does that person mean to you? What kind of traits do they have that stands out to you? If this person is a dependable person, if you say, all right, Jane Doe is in my dream, and what does Jane Doe mean to me? Well, what I know about Jane Doe is that she is super dependable. All right, so that is what your dream is trying to convey to you. Whenever you have a person in your dream, other than your mother and father, which represents God, if you have a person in your dream, that aspect of that person is what your dream is trying to tell you. All right, so again, whether that person is alive or deceased, it is the aspect, is the trait of that person that your dream is trying to get over to you. Now, if you dream about someone and that person, you know that person to be a liar, then that dream is trying to tell you something about yourself that you have lied about, plan on lying about, could lie about, something of that nature. All right, so good or bad, it's telling you something about yourself. So pay attention to that, about yourself. It's not about Jane Doe, it's about you. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is feet. So your feet represent your spiritual foundation. So in your dream, you want to look at the condition of the feet. Are you barefoot? Your feet hurting? Have you put on some protection for your feet? I mean, do you have shoes on? Are the shoes damaged? You know, what is the condition of your feet? That represents your spiritual foundation. Disease. All right, so oftentimes we get scared for some symbols that we see in our dreams. And if you dream of something that is diseased, like say for instance, you have that dream about Jane Doe, and Jane Doe has lymphoma. All right. Well, that's something about yourself that is diseased. So disease represents unproductive attitudes. So say for instance that the trait is lying that you know about Jane Doe, and then Jane Doe is diseased. Well, that is an unproductive attitude. You see how this all works together? All right, so the next thing is water. Water represents your conscious life awareness. It is your thought process as far as you are awake. Weapons. So say somebody comes in and shoots up the place. Well, weapon in your dream is not bad. A weapon is a tool to cause change. That's it. It's a tool to cause change. So if you have a weapon in your possession, in your dream, then you are trying to cause change in your waking life. If someone else has a weapon on you, then someone else is trying to make you change. Now, if that person that's holding the weapon is someone that you know in real life, say Jane Doe, then that trait of Jane Doe is trying to make you change. See, it's not so bad. It's all working together. Okay, light versus dark, daytime versus nighttime is awareness. So when you are in light, then you are aware. When you are in dark, you are unaware. You want to pay attention to that. Food represents knowledge. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's a beef steak or broccoli or candy, whatever. If you are taking it in, and eating it, it is representing knowledge. Now, not to be confused with books, because books represent information. Now, information is stuff that you take in from your senses throughout the day. Something you see, something you hear, something you taste, what have you, something you touch. It's information that you take in. But that information remains only information until you use it. And once you use it, then it becomes knowledge. All right? So that's how dreams work. Food is knowledge. Books is information. And then blood is life force. So, say for instance, you have a dream and someone gets shot up and blood is everywhere. That's not a bad thing. It just represents life. Life. So there's so many more symbols. This is a big book and it's got a lot of symbols in it. And this is not even the largest dream dictionary that there is. So there are a lot of symbols that your dream will present to you. And it's just a matter of interpreting those symbols and finding out what it means to you. So when you do this on a regular basis, then you get to know your inner self and your inner voice, because it's really trying to talk to you. That's all dreams are, is your inner self trying to tell you what you've missed. Boom. All right. So learn how to interpret your dreams so that you can get the information that you need to do better, go further, have greater, feel exceptional, and improve the quality of your life. Thank you so much for watching. Find me on Instagram at I am the Sharonda. Pretty much every day I have wonderful, I know that they're wonderful, I know you will too, wonderful motivational thoughts that are there. And visit my website, IamTheSharonda.com. Boom. Love you guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.